Yo, what's up, guys? We're back. We're going to be talking about Monk LDoN raid augments today. Please make sure to like the video if this is helpful, and also please subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content. So there's a few things that are really important for monks. You want to make sure you get the weapon damage augments. You want heroic dex. You want heroic agility. There's a flying kick damage aug. We'll talk about that. Heroic strength, heroic stamina. Attack haste is optional, AC is optional, and hit points are optional. You can build your character however you want, however, some stuff is better than the others. So the first thing we want to discuss here are the damage augments. And there's two main ones you want to focus on. You want to get this one here. This is going to give you +2 to hand-to-hand damage. And this other one will give you +2 to one-hand blunt damage. And neither of these are lore, so you can get two of each, or you can mix and match them however you want based on what weapons you have. There's also two-hander augs you can get. You can get the Bloodied Shard of Kel Navar. This will give you +5 damage to a two-hander. And keep in mind the delay requirement on this is 36. I can't remember what Staff of Transcendence is, but this might not work on this, but this will work on Vanazir. So just make sure that your two-hander has at least 36 delay on it, or this weapon or this aug won't work. And the second one we have is the Frost-Covered Rock of Prowess. And if Staff of Transcendence does end up being below 36 delay, I honestly can't remember off the top of my head, you can get this aug, which is still really, really close to the other one. And this is for two-hand weapons also. This will give you 4 damage and +1 fire damage. Moving on, we have Heroic Dexterity. Stack up all the heroic Dexterity that you can. There's going to be 2 augs that give you +3, and there's going to be 2 augs that give you +2. This is going to increase your proc rate and also your accuracy. This is the most important melee heroic stat. Next, we have Heroic Agility. Monks get a ton of Heroic Agility between LDoN and Plane of Time augs, so you might not need all of these to max out your strike through or your evasion AC. So, but just keep in mind there's 3 options available. 2 of them give +7, and 1 of them gives +4. So you want to get your strike through to as high as you can. But don't go too far over the cap. Start using other stuff instead once you hit the cap. There's also a flying kick damage aug. This will give you +15 to flying kick. So say your flying kick kicks for 100. Well, now it's going to kick for 115. And say it maybe rolls bad and your kick only kicks for 50. Well, now it's going to kick for 65. So this is a decent upgrade for 1 aug slot. I recommend picking this up. Next, we have Heroic Strength. You don't have to prioritize this next. Maybe you want to get Heroic Stamina next. You can do either one, but it's up to you. Heroic Strength is going to give you some more melee damage. It's going to give you a little bit more on your attack cap since you get like a Heroic Strength out of it. And also it gives you some passive damage shield, which is really nice because monks do take a decent amount of hits. And they do solo quite a bit. They group and they solo, so having that extra damage shield for a monk is pretty good. So get as much heroic strength as you can. There's 5 type 8s for your Plane of Time gear, and there's 5 type 3s. So these are only going to be for certain pieces of LDoN gear that have type 3 AUG in them, AUG slot in them. So generally you're going to be probably wanting to get all of these, and these are going to be situational based on what LDoN gear that you're wearing. Moving on, we have Heroic Stamina. If you want to get some more Heroic Stamina, or maybe you're lacking in this department, there's 2 augs that give +4, and there's 1 that gives +2. These are completely optional, up to you. And there's also some attack and haste augs, which is pretty nice. 2 of them give 40% haste, and they give 20 attack on them. So if you're not at the attack cap for some reason, based on what kind of gear you have, these will help you get a little boost there. And also there's some type 8 25 attack augs. There's 4 of them. So that's some more options to increase your attack. And there's some type 3 ones too, but these only give 20. And again, this is only for LDoN gear. So if you don't have any LDoN gear, you're not going to be using these. So those are optional. Those are all optional augs. Next we have armor class augs. There's 4 of them that you can get. There's 2 with 20 AC. This first one is a multi-type slot, so you'll see it fits in like 1, 2, 4, 5, all these different slots. So this one's the most flexible AUG of the 4. So that's I put that one at the top for this reason. And then these other 3 are all type 8. So these are going to go when you're playing a time gear or whatever raid gear you're wearing. Maybe you're on Gates of Discord, and these will go in the raid gear for that too. And lastly, there's hit points. These are basically just filler AUGs for a monk. This is a pretty low priority for you. You're going to want to be focusing on DPS. But if you do want to pick these up, these top 4 will give you 70 HP. These next 4 will give you 50 HP. But these are multiple types as well. So they'll fit in all these different types of AUG slots. And lastly, you have 2 more type 7. These will fit into group gear. And they come from raids that people don't do very often. So you might not even see these drop in your guild. Unless you specifically go after this. But yeah, so HP is just a filler if you need to fill those out. And that's about it. Please make sure to like this video if this was helpful. And please subscribe to the channel. All right, thanks, guys. Bye.